We're up in Glen, coming up the etive loop, and we're talking about what's been happening in the past few weeks up here. There's been a lot of deaths, and they're tragic, but they're avoidable. However, we don't ever want to talk about sucking eggs, because it can happen to absolutely anybody. I've got the Gore-Tex on. The boys are slightly less prepared. No waterproofs. So we went a walk, I took them in a route. It's a relatively enjoyable route. And it was basically just to demonstrate how quickly it can change. So fog bank came in, they're wet, they've been sweating. So I deliberately stopped to look at the deer for a while and let them cool down. And when we went to move again, I says, do you feel how cold yous are? They're like, yep, freezing. Sweat, cold, air, everything, you know, it's a horrible day here. And I was just explaining how quickly morale can drop. And if you're not prepped, if you don't have a dry kit, if you don't have a waterproof kit, then you've got problems. So, people are coming out into the hills of Scotland, out into Rannoch Moor, and you know, Rannoch Moor's quite populated with walkers because of the West Highland Way that meanders through it. But the back end of Glencoe and Inveralligan up in Torridon and areas like that, and, you know, are extremely remote. And you don't want to be up there with no kit. And you don't want to be up there with no food and no dry kit. Talk about Gore-Tex. You get what you pay for, it's a lifesaver. It keeps the wind off you, it's a windbreaker as well, and it keeps the water off you. So today it's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 degrees. You know, it's very, very cold, it's very wet. Don't get me wrong, you know, Glencoe is always, and Glen Etive is always beautiful, but it's still only March. And I think between all the information, there's been 6 or 7 deaths in a couple of weeks. There was 26 or 27 people had to be rescued off the Ben the other day. There was 1 death, sadly. Guy probably stepped off somewhere, and there's been deaths from exposure. There's been deaths from exposure and hypothermia, and it is avoidable. I'm wondering if the people in the Ben were a little foolhardy, or maybe following a leader who wasn't considering moving as fast as his slowest man. I hate to assume, but if you are foolhardy and someone in your team is reliant on your judgment and your expertise, and you push them and push them and push them, this isn't the military, it's meant to be an enjoyable day out. It shouldn't be about machismo and bravado and, you know, foolhardiness. This is not a game. That's us just out a walk, gaiters, literally alpine boots on, I don't care. Call it overkill. I'm not getting caught out. I want to go home and eat and enjoy it and do it again tomorrow. So the boys have had a bit of a soaking, but that'll set the wheels in motion and they'll think about their kit. And yeah, we didn't go far, you know, we're safe. Nobody's getting a beasting today. It's not about that. But what it does is it highlights what you need. Gore-Tex is the basics. A set of walking poles are a great, I think they were 10 or 12 quid from Decathlon. If I lose them, I'm not crying, but they're a godsend. They're a godsend. And good pair of boots, you know, a decent set of 40-50 quid gaiters, a lightweight set of water trousers, your Gore-Tex rides over the top, set of mitts, and keep your hood up if you've not got a waterproof hat on, and enjoy your day. Make it enjoyable and make the whole process as comfortable and as enjoyable as you can, instead of going up pressing on when your head's telling you to turn back or your body's telling you to turn back. Or if you're in a group and you're following someone who's, for want of a better word, an arsehole, you're out with the wrong people, guys. No one should be getting forced and beasted up mountains at this time of year or any time of year in the name of enjoyment at somebody, you know, at somebody's expense. If you're in a group, you'll always have a weak member in the group, so your pace should be set by them. Why would you want to be running somebody ragged? That's alright when you're doing it for a living in the military or in some other role, but you don't take civilians with limited abilities and questionable levels of fitness and take them up mountains in Scotland in this time of year. Please, honestly, stop doing it, it's no funny. I go because I'm experienced and I know when to call it quits. And I've got experience of Arctic conditions and cold weather exposure. I understand wet and dry routines. I've got the correct equipment, you know. And I'm always open to learning more from the right people. So you follow people that know what they're doing, and you don't ever know all. You will always gain information following the right people. Little tidbits, just little nuggets of gold information that help you make your experience more enjoyable. It ain't no country for old men, honestly. This river here is absolutely beautiful. I never get bored looking at this little river. The Glen, look at the colour of the water there. Pure blue. There's the boys there. There's the bum end of Overkill Moor behind me. And we're just basically heading back to camp. Get a cup of tea. Get some scran. But the name of the game is enjoyment, guys. And it's nice to be experienced and all the rest of it, but you know, even crossing a river like that today, it's a small river, 8 to 10 feet wide, but it's got some power. You fall in and you hurt yourself, you get problems. So know where you're going, know how you're getting there, know how you're getting back, and carry the right kit. If you don't like carrying kit, you shouldn't be out at this time of year. It's as simple as that. And that's a fact. And this isn't probably exciting to watch. But when we're talking about people losing their lives in the name of enjoyment, there's a problem. A real problem. And that amount of deaths in the past week or two is unbelievable, but it's not uncommon in Scotland. And the mountain rescue guys are getting sick to the back teeth of walking up Ben Nevis and Ben McDoo and the Cairngorms and finding idiots up there in denims and trainers with a can of Coca-Cola and a packet of fucking wine gums. Not funny. Selfish as well. You're putting these guys at risk, although they're ultra fit and they're phenomenally experienced men and women. They're volunteers, and they too can go up looking for you and get caught out in severe weather, and it happens. Lifeboat guys have been killed at sea trying to rescue people. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. I've met some absolute nutters out in these mountains And I know I've been out in extreme weather, but I know what I'm doing. And I know, as I say, when to call it quits and turn back. There's nothing to be gained by keeping going and bagging a Monroe or bagging a Summit in the most foulest of weather. Get back to your camp and do it another day and enjoy it. Enjoy the experience and get some nice images of it instead of killing yourself or biting off more than you can chew, getting lost and then having to be rescued. It's not funny. Anyway, it's a wild day. I'm bone dry. Travelled light, we were only walking. Got my gel packs and my bits and my bobs, so I'm good. I knew we weren't going too far, so I don't have the kit I'm wearing it. I'm absolutely bone dry, and it's been a nice wee pleasant walk. And it wasn't even a long walk, but it was enough to let the lads know how quickly it can change, how wet you can get and how important good kit is. And that's the name of the game, guys. You're as good as your kit, but you're only as good as your kit if you know how to use it. Alright? So there you go. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll enjoy yours. And yep. Good night from Glen, etive. Take care.